everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Well, we're really excited to have Emily back in the kitchen. How fabulous. I feel like we're sisters, you know, we see so much of you. I feel like one big happy family.
We're the Sugar and Crumbs sisters.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? So I've got Emily back in the kitchen, Laura is here, Maria is here, and I've come in because I want to watch this live, because when Emily was back here, was it 10 days, 2 weeks ago?
No, 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
I think so.
Those, what were they called? What was that chocolate you called?
Chocolate biscuit cake.
Chocolate biscuit cake.
Yeah,
I have to tell you, it tasted amazing. What did your mum think of hers?
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put it. It was a show.
If you missed it, you need to go back and watch that live. But basically, Emily made chocolate biscuit cake into plant pots using the Wilton muffin tin, and then she put them on a board using the sweet stamps. I don't know why I stayed in the office next door, but I had so much stock to put on the website. It was either come and do the live or put the stock on the website, and I just dropped it on Laura to do it. But I was devastated. I kept seeing it all, but I'm also glad because I would have been in here nibbling, and after the live I came in and scoffed loads, which is really bad, and I just had to tell the girls, just take it away with you. But the chocolate cake, so you took one home, didn't you, for your mum? Maria, what did you do with yours?
I did, and I shared with Chris. I
don't believe you. I can tell you Maria's very tight where chocolate is. I think I'll have to send Chris a message.
I am.
Just double check. And Karen had one as well. And then the ones that you did with the caramel, we didn't decorate those, did we? They just went into the lads in the warehouse.
Yeah.
And what did they think of them?
Amazing. Honestly, you are seriously in the good books with the amount of goodies that they get at the moment.
They are bad for cake though in there, aren't they? It's like, oh my God. We have one guy in there, sorry, I'm rabbiting on a bit, but we have one guy in the warehouse. We have one guy in the warehouse, and as soon as he sees the cake, he's like on guard duty on the staff room to make sure he knows his name if he's watching. But he's there. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? He's there, and he makes sure he gets his biggest slice first. And his name starts with an S. Anyhow, so let's get back because I digress. So we've got Emily back in the kitchen. She's going to do an Easter bunny. Are you doing?
Yes, it's going to be like a kids team one, so you can do it with the kids at home. So it's a bit simple and fun, and like I suppose the adults could do it as well. Like it's just an easy kind of cake, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think.
And we're very lucky to have Emily come back in the kitchen. Because even though she's over in Ireland, there she just seems to quite happily jump a flight.
Yeah.
Or just pop on over.
It's
like great.
It's quick. The flight's quick.
She does it better than people who live here.
Yeah.
The fact that they've got to drive an hour or 2 hours at the motorway, it's like, ooh, it's a long way. And Emily just jumps on a flight, gets over it. It's fantastic. So Easter bunny theme, very easy, something to do with the children. We're going to use the sweet stamps as well. So I'm going to get out of the way in a minute, but I've just got a few things to say. So Emily's class was amazing for the Hello Autumn. I know I keep telling you about it every week, but now that Emily's here, we've now got to finalise some dates. So this class was amazing, and all of you came on this class, loved it. It was a very long day, but it was worth everything, and I've had so many positive reviews, so we've decided to do it again. So we're looking at dates for June, the end of June, 27th, 28th, or the 10th or 11th of October. Now we've just got to confirm with Amy, because Amy's thinking of having a hen night. So we've just got to make sure Amy sorts out her hen weekend, and then we can work around that. I tried to make it that Amy works around us, but it didn't go down too well, did it? So, because I don't know whether you know, but Amy's getting married this year, which is brilliant. So very excited about that. So, and then a few other things. We've had some great classes over the last few days, and Molly Robbins' class was brilliant. You all loved it, and it was the first time we've done a class with Molly in the kitchen and using the legs as well, which was amazing. So 2 days of that, so I thank Molly, and we're going to book her in again for later on in the year, because those of you who were on the class this weekend, I know that you were all posted on Facebook what you made. It was fantastic. Georgie Godball's in soon, so she's in on the 27th, 28th and 29th of March. 28th of March is the teapot class, it's fully booked. Now the other two classes, I've got 1 or 2 spaces left on each class. Now Georgie has agreed to split the class in half and do half unicorn on the 27th and half teapot. So it's great, so we're going to do that, and on the Sunday the 29th she's going to do half mermaid and half teapot. So for those, because I know lots of you keep asking for the teapot class, so, and some of you are booked on all 3 days, so if you want to come on the teapot class, then get booking on now, but I think there's only a couple of spaces left, so you really need to get booked on. And if you want to do terms, you can do terms, but you need to book tomorrow. You need to pay your deposit tomorrow of £50, okay? And then you pay £50 per month. And then after that, we've got some exciting things going on. The whole reason we're having a live tonight on a Wednesday, because it wasn't meant to be happening tonight, so it was very good of you to come over, is because we've got the Blackpool Sugarcraft Guild in tomorrow. So they're actually here in the kitchen, and I organised this way last year before I started to decide to do lives every Thursday. And so I've now got 16 guests, including Carol Haycox, in the kitchen tomorrow. I'm sure John will be popping in and taking little pictures and posting, but I'm just doing a demo with them tomorrow at 7:30. So 16 ladies, including Carol Haycox. It's going to be loads of fun, and I should imagine very hot in here tomorrow night. And Karen will be in here helping me. So so that's fun. So if you're with the Blackpool British Sugarcraft Guild, if you're coming down tomorrow, we're really looking forward to having you here in the kitchen. So that's super, and I think that is me done. Cake Illusionist, I put the vote out, and I think the unicorn is winning. So I put a poll out of what you would like for her to do, and I think it's going to be the unicorn. So I'll let you know in the next day or two. Don't forget to like and share this live. Like and share, and we'll do the draw from last week later. Okay? Catch you soon. Off you go, Emily.
Okay, so we'll get straight into it then. So I'm going to start off by making my cake cream. So I always run through it and making it just so you guys can learn it. So this is a product that I developed. It's only been on the market since November, so it's quite new. I worked really hard on it, and I'm a Swiss Mine buttercream fanatic from the beginning. That's how I developed this product. I just had a moment where I came up with it, and I trialed and tested the recipe for ages, and I launched it in November at Cake International, and then Carol has started to stock it as well. So it's been great seeing everybody use the cake cream on the Sugar and Crumbs chat. It's been really, really nice. So I'm going to be using the Whisper White today, but we do also have a range of colours. So if you watch my previous lives with Carol, I do use the colours. I think we have 6 colours in total, and there's more coming soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. So yeah, I'll get straight into it. So we're going to make a little bunny butt today, so it's going to be really cute. So I'm going to start off by just whipping up this cake cream. It's super quick to do. Where's this best? When I move it over?
Yeah, in the middle, please.
So I forgot to say hello, Laura and Maria.
Hi. No, you did say that we were here, don't worry.
And I forgot to say hello, YouTubers.
I know, we always forget the YouTubers. We do feel really bad.
I didn't forget to say hello, everyone else. How's it doing anyhow?
Great. Audience is building up great, and we do really appreciate you joining us on a Wednesday night. We do often try and keep some Mondays and Thursdays, but like Carol says, we do have some prior commitments that just mean that we have to tweak the days or the nights slightly, but we always give you advance warning, so we really, really appreciate that you take the effort to join us, so thanks for that.
Thank you. Okay, so I've just added my cake cream into my mixer, so it's actually not my mixer, it's Carol's mixer.
Are you going to take that one with you?
Yeah, it matches my nails.
I know.
So I might just. So all the ingredients and amounts are on the back of the bag, so you don't need to worry about remembering them, but it's 125 mils of warm water for this size packet, and so I'm just going to use a measuring jug. And the great thing about it, I have done it in a way where you don't need to like measure out your butter. You just buy a small block of butter, or you can get a big block and just chop it in half, so it's really, really handy. So all you have to do is just measure out your water in a jug, and then we're going to start whisking. So start it slow, so you don't end up in a big cloud, and then we're going to build up. So it is really, really quick. If you ever tried to make Swiss Mine buttercream from scratch, I haven't actually timed, but I do know it takes a long time. It easily takes about an hour, I guess, between separating your egg whites and measuring the temperature, making sure your egg whites are cooked and your sugar is dissolved, and then you have to let it cool and whisk it up and add the butter.
I think the real Swiss Mine buttercream scares the life out of us, doesn't it? I think that's why we don't do it. Like the Americans and the Europeans, they just make it for fun.
Yeah.
Really easy, don't worry about it. Us, we all go into a meltdown.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
So it is a bit daunting. So this just takes all the stress out of it. So I just want to leave that whisk up for a few minutes, and then we'll add our butter. So with the cake cream, it's all flavoured vanilla. And then you add in your flavours on top of that. So you can add in lemon curd, salted caramel, you can add in coulis and everything like that. And then we do it in a range of colours, so you can get a lovely black. Actually, it's on this cake here. So this is our midnight black. It has a bit of gold lustre on it, but it's proper black. And then this is the bit red. This is actually a great cake. It has all the colours on it. And this is the bubble pink, so it's a dark pink. And then that is the ice or frozen blue. That's all the colours on it there. And then there's a lighter blue and a lighter pink. And yeah, that's that there. So we want this to whisk up kind of like meringue. So just keep whisking it until it gets nice and thick. You'll notice with the packets of the colour, it starts out white and it's a real pale colour, the dry mix. But when you add the water, the colour changes and becomes more vivid. So don't panic when you're looking at it. And I've also done this successfully with a hand whisk, not like a motorised one, a motorised one. You'll be there for quite a while with just the hand whisk, so just watch out for that. So it's nearly done. I'm just going to grab a spatula.
So just while Emily's just waiting for this to mix up a little bit more, just to recap, if you're interested in purchasing any of the products this evening, just head over to the website, which is sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. Like Emily says, the cake cream comes in a variety of colours, so it can all be found there on the website for you. And the instructions are all on the back of the package, and the Whisker White comes in 2 sizes, so there's a larger pack and a standard 200-gram pack as well, which is absolutely ideal. If you're wanting to just make up a whole big batch all in one go, you know, it's perfect. And a couple of people are asking, can you colour the Whisker White? Absolutely, you've done that on previous slides for us, haven't you? So, and it works wonderfully with a gel colour. And it doesn't matter what brand of gel colour you use, as long as it's a good quality one that's a strong colour, absolutely no problems at all mixing in some gel colour with a Whisker White. It works perfectly.
Yeah. So this is a 200-gram size bag, and we do a 800-gram size bag just in the white. We are bringing out 400-gram bag size, and we're doing both as well, so keep an eye out for them. And we'll probably do a few bigger bags in colours as well, so if you're doing a bigger cake and you want it all black or all red, you can do that.
Perfect.
So I'm just going to turn this off and show you. So this actually whisks up kind of like a meringue, so you can kind of see that there.
I love this smell.
Yeah. It has a lovely flavour. I really like it. It reminds me of ice cream. That's actually where we got the name cake cream from, because it reminded everyone of ice cream. I was going to package it in ice cream tubs.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but it just turned out too expensive.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool. We might do like a little range of little ice cream tub ones just for fun. So I have my butter here softened, and it's very important to make sure you have it soft, not room temperature. Sometimes room temperature isn't soft enough. So what I always recommend is popping into your microwave on defrost.
Okay.
So I normally just take it straight out of the fridge and pop it into the microwave on defrost, and it just softens it really nicely. If you get a little bit of melt, that's fine, don't worry about that, as long as it's not like a big puddle of butter. So I'm just going to turn my mixer back on. I'm going to start adding my butter. Where a lot of people start to panic, because it does look like it's split, and it technically has split, but it's totally normal. Basically what's happening is the science behind it is it's emulsifying, and it kind of goes split before that happens. So just keep with it, and it will get worse before it gets better. It looks like scrambled eggs, but if you see that, then that means it's good, it's working.
It's on its way.
Yeah. The only 2 things that can go wrong, and I wouldn't even say go wrong with this meringue buttercream, is if it's too cold, that means it won't go past the curdled stage, and you'll be whisking it for like 10 minutes and it just won't come together. All you have to do is heat it up. So you can either heat this out of your bowl with a hair dryer, or if you have a heat gun, even better, just don't use it on a glass bowl like I did. Low torch works too. Or if you have a hot towel, sometimes if it's not too cold, you can put that around and it'll warm it up. Also, microwave, put it into a microwave safe bowl and just give it a mix. And then if it's too hot, your mix will be really soupy and runny. And then all you have to do is cool it. So I just normally take the bowl off and pop it into the fridge until it cools down, and then crisply whip it, and it should come back together.
Okay, brilliant. Great tips.
Yeah. The only thing with Swiss Mild buttercream is it is temperature sensitive, so it has to be kind of at room temperature, if not a bit warm, to work. So if you put it into the fridge, which I would recommend storing in the fridge because it'll last longer, you just, when you take it out, you need to bring it back to room temperature.
Okay.
So bring it back to room temperature, you can leave it out, or I've also just taken it straight out of the fridge and pop it into the microwave on defrost and just mix it as well.
Right.
But most times, because cake cream is so easy to make, nowadays I just make it up before I need it. So,
Yeah.
but if you have any extra left over, you can put it in the fridge and you can freeze it as well.
Oh, that's great.
So it's good to know. So you can see it changing now. It looks like scrambled eggs, so it's kind of nearly then. So it'll thicken up quite a bit at this stage.
So if anyone's missed any of the start of the Facebook Live or you can't stay with us for the whole session, do remember you can watch the whole video back when we're finished. So it will be pinned to the top of our Facebook page, and it also gets transferred over to YouTube as well. And you'll see Maria over on Marie's shoulder just recording some snippets as we go along, and they all get squished into a fantastic 1-minute video as well. And they get posted on Facebook and are always available on YouTube. So it's great to watch any previous Facebook Lives back. Emily said she's done, a number of Facebook Lives for us, specifically with the cake cream, but also with the sweet stamp team. Michelle's normally here in the kitchen with her. This is the second time Emily's been here solo. I think you're getting used to it now, aren't you?
Isn't the kitchen cleaner? More calm.
Oh, it just be mayhem. Me and Michelle try and do so much together. We do 2 big projects.
Yeah.
And jarrers,
But I think it's been easier to get you over as one.
Yeah.
Because when 2 of you got from you need the shop looking after, and it's been easier just to get you over.
Michelle's the manager of the shop, so she'll be very busy. We're all very busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Communions are huge in Ireland as well, so
Yeah.
it's coming into the communion season now, and people are just manic. So I'll turn it off just to show you that it has come together, and I'm going to lighten the colour a little bit as well. So that's it there. It's lovely and silky smooth. It's not really sweet. It has a nice texture to it. It pipes really nicely, spreads really nicely. They're just a few of the reasons why I love it. The colour of the Whisper White is just kind of like a normal buttercream, so it has that kind of yellowy tinge to it. I am working on a whitened Swiss Mild buttercream mix.
Oh, okay.
Again, it won't be like pure white unless you get rid of your butter and add a substitute. But it means that you don't have to add any gel paste into it. So that's another thing I'm working on. So stay tuned. So this is the Fractal White Snow. So it has a whitener in it, and I'm just going to add that in just to lighten it a bit because our bunny's going to be a nice white colour. So I'd say I put in about half a teaspoon there. And just give it a good mix. And you'll find even when you're adding colours into buttercream, they develop over time. Once the colour kind of mixes and hydrates, it'll develop even more. So your colour will get lighter or darker depending on what you added. I'm just going to give this bowl a scrape down, just to make sure everything's combined.
Yeah, we have that a lot because obviously Carol uses a lot of buttercream for her classes and her demonstrations.
Yeah.
And people say to us, oh, your red is so red.
Yeah.
And we say, just leave it.
Yeah.
Mix your colour in and leave it.
Yeah.
Let it mature, let it develop, and it makes a massive difference. We have that query quite a lot on our community page, and it's always a trust thing as well. If you've not done it before, leave it overnight, and then people, you see people coming back the next day and going, "Oh, you were right."
You almost don't believe them, do you?
Yeah.
You're not gonna do that, but it really, really does.
It really does.
And I did it on one of our own lives on Sugar Sisters. There was an old batch of red that I had in the fridge, and I made up a new batch, and I showed the difference of how much it develops, and it can develop quickly, over an hour or two as well. And the temperature of your buttercream matters too.
Yeah.
The warmer it is, I think the stronger the colour.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I'm happy with that now. So I'm just going to take all the buttercream off the whisk.
Do you want me to move the mixer for you?
Yes, please.
So So talking about our community page, if you're not a member or you're not aware of the group, just head over to Facebook when we're finished. Search for Sugar and Crumbs All About Cake Community, and basically it's a massive community. There's over 26,000 members. It's huge. It's so friendly. It's one of the best groups on Facebook, honestly. It's monitored and admin really, really well. So our admin team are fantastic. They work really hard to keep it that way. And all we ask is that you read the rules. There's a couple of questions to answer when you request to join. And the most important thing is that it's a friendly advice community. So you can put your hints and tips on, share your recipes, your cakes and bakes, ask advice if you've got any problems. There's always someone to answer a question. Even in the middle of the night, we've had people saying, I've seen posts like early hours of the morning saying, I don't know if anyone's awake, but, and then within 10 minutes, there's like 10 answers to the question.
Amazing, isn't it?
So yeah, we must have a lot of night owls in the baking industry.
I think that's our thing though, we all work through the night, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's peaceful.
You have
Yeah.
to.
You do.
I work best on my own, like when no one's
Yeah.
around distracting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've noticed that with you not having Michelle in.
Oh, really?
It's not that we don't want Michelle, but I think you should send Michelle on her own and you can.
Oh. I don't know if Michelle would survive
she
the
will
flight
get
on
on
her own.
yeah.
She would,
Yeah,
no.
no, she'd be
She
better.
just barely goes
No, we
flying
love
by
having
there.
Michelle here. Sorry, Michelle, do not think we don't love having you here.
Oh.
Because we do love having her here, it's great.
We
But
do.
it's just more organised.
Yes, we are a bit chaotic, the two of us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a 6-inch sponge here. This is the Sweet Success sponges. Of course, you can obviously bake your own, and I'm going to carve it into a dome shape. You can, of course, use a half sphere mold to cut your or to bake your cake in, or you could even use a chocolate biscuit cake. So the recipe I had 2 weeks ago, I did in the live. You could use that as well, but I didn't have one, so I'm just working with what I have. So I'm just going to carve this into a dome shape to make the lovely bunny butt shape. So I'm using a knife, and I'm just going to start taking the corner off all the way around. Is this fresh cake, Carol?
Yeah. Wow, what's wrong with it?
So we normally have like loads of old Sweet Success cakes lying around that we use for demos. Don't get eaten.
Oh.
Don't worry. Our lads will be very happy.
So all those scraps I might actually use for the bunny tail.
Yeah.
Keep
Maria
that.
So
doesn't
that's,
get
I
around
was going to
it
say,
first.
that's a hint to Maria not to nibble on them in the meantime.
Hands off.
And just for anyone who's new that's watching, it's really nice if you say hi and introduce yourself. We really appreciate newbies joining us. So just to recap, this is a demonstration. So anything that's made in the kitchen is for demonstration purposes only. It will be eaten by us. It's always gets eaten by us, but we're more than happy to eat it. So it's not for public consumption in terms of we're not selling the cake, we're not going to be sending it elsewhere other than our staff, our warehouse and us in the kitchen. So please don't be too worried about the fact that we've got no gloves on. You know, we're sort of all nibbling on the offcuts and things like that. Please don't worry about it. There is no concern at all.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So it doesn't have to be too perfect because we're going to be covering it all in buttercream anyway.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to pop that into a bowl. And I think I will actually put gloves onto this because I want to make a big mess.
Messy. Yeah.
After just telling everybody how lovely, clean and organised you are.
I did give you advance warning.
What do you need, gloves?
Yes,
They're
I
on
saw
top of the
them
microwave?
somewhere.
Oh, down the end,
Oh,
Emily.
okay. Large gloves.
Got big hands in our place.
So I'm going to mush the sponge together with a little bit of buttercream. I'm going to make like a cake pop mix, but
Oh, okay.
I'm going to actually use that to create the little tail.
Oh, cute.
Because there's no point in wasting cakes.
No. No.
And it's nice to have the bits that are on the cake that are pleasant to eat, not just
Yes,
like a big lump of sugar
lump
paste.
Sugar paste,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
They're nice, those big lumps of sugar paste, but
they
they're
are,
a bit
but
much.
yeah, a little
They're
bit.
handy. Like if you're stuck for time, I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything wrong with it. As long as you have a decent amount of cake,
I always find it a shock though, because I go to buy it in it expecting cake in it. And it's like,
Yeah,
This actually is such a moist cake. I don't even think I need to add buttercream. It's lovely.
they are fantastic, the
Yeah.
Sweet Success cakes. We have since Carol started using them for the demonstrations and the classes and things like that, our viewers absolutely love them, and we have loads of people who say that they just buy their cakes now. And it's funny because Carol, you've explained in the past, we have like a team of people who love to bake but hate to decorate, and then we have the opposite. They love to decorate but hate to bake.
Yeah.
So,
It's funny though, because some people can't bake, and you do go through periods of that.
yes.
I remember baking everything, and then I remember baking everything really well. Everything was great, and then I remember doing a whole load of batch baking, and the whole lot was a disaster.
Oh, no.
And I don't know why, but I do think when you're batch baking that sometimes you get in the zone, and I can only think I've missed something. It's got to have been that, because you know everything else worked the day before and the day after. So it's got to be you go along and you miss putting something in.
Can I use these?
Can you use what you like?
Yeah. I'm gonna put some sprinkles in through the mix to make like a funfetti bunny tail.
Oh, which ones are you using?
These are purple cupcakes.
Oh yeah.
But any just like mixed
any
colour.
sort of sprinkle.
Yeah, as you want. Just because it's for kids, I thought it would be fun.
The non-parallels, we've got hundreds of those. Ours, I don't know about purple cupcakes. We don't sell them actually. That's the sample pot.
Yeah.
But we have the ones that are suitable for vegetarians and vegans.
Yeah.
They're the quality sprinkled ones. But also, I don't know whether you're all aware, we have our own range called Sprinklicious. We don't actually shout out about it a lot.
No.
But it is our own range of sprinkles. And I think people think it's a brand called Sprinklicious, but it's us.
There you go. So this would be a nice one for the kids, a little sprinkle bunny tail.
Yeah. So you've literally just used the cake at the moment, haven't you?
There's no buttercream in here. It was so moist I didn't need to. Okay, so now I'm going to cover the board
It's
actually.
nice to learn a tip like that,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you just wouldn't think of doing it. You're so clever, aren't you?
Sometimes.
Do you think you could get your fella and you both move over here?
Yeah. Just do all your lives for you.
I use my kitchen every day.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to cover my board and then I'll stick my cake on top and then we'll start decorating. So I'm going to cover it in nice light blue, which is actually the same light blue I used on my last live.
But it was gorgeous. The shade of the blue was beautiful. It's like a really soft powder blue.
Yeah.
And I meant to say, which I mentioned that Emily's going to come back and do the Hello Autumn cake, but she's going to do one day of the Hello Autumn cake and one day of the plant pot cake.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
So we're going to make it a 2-day class weekend, so that, and we'll give Emily plenty of rest. So we need to sort Amy out with her hen weekend.
Yeah.
And then we need to make sure that Emily gets over here on the Friday night early instead of 11 o'clock when she got here.
Oh, bless you.
Last time she was here. I don't know how you stood up.
Storm again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so we're going to do the plant pot class one, and then we'll do the Hello Autumn one.
Yeah.
And I've already mentioned it to a few people who have been on the Hello Autumn, and they've already said put me on.
Oh,
And they've said if you change the Hello Autumn one, they'll come back and do that one. If you change the look of it, maybe you should do a Hello Winter
Yeah, I'd love to.
or Hello Summer.
Yeah, I need to.
If it's June, we
You
could
could
do
do
it
it-
Hello Summer, couldn't we?
Yeah, you could do any
Yeah.
what do you call it?
Yeah, you can just adapt the colours and the
Yeah,
patterns
change
and
those, 'cause I
things.
think that would
Yeah.
look lovely, and I think if you did it all in pinks or lemons and
Pastels.
greens, and yeah.
That'd be lovely. I'd love
We could do a
frost.
baby one.
Yes.
Oh baby.
Hello baby or oh baby.
Yeah. Why don't you do that one?
I'll just whip them all out there.
I know.
Yeah.
What an array.
No, but
An
that's
array of ideas.
But to be fair, if you brought different stencils on that day, we could work on it on the class and people could choose, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Because everything else is here in the kitchen.
That's a nice idea.
And just change up the colours.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Just change up the colours, yeah.
So we've got loads of ribbon here, but they can colour the paste to what they want.
Definitely.
Yeah, what about that? What do you think about that?
That'd
So
be
then we
good
could
fun.
ask them when they book on, we'll call it Hello Autumn, but we can say to them, what do you want to do?
And everyone loves like doing their own thing as well.
Yeah,
So
it's nice to be able to make it personal, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah. That's a nice idea. See, this is what happens, ideas. Just, yeah.
I'm going to hate it when it actually comes through and
I
we're going,
know.
why on earth did we open our big gobs?
I know. One woman who wants to
I've
make
been
bright
Carol.
pink, another one who wants to make blue, another one who wants to make yellow.
I'm going to see how it goes with Georgie Godbold. I feel sorry
Oh,
for
I
her.
know.
She'll be running up and down that kitchen. She's only little. They've been out leftovers
I
as
said
she's
that.
finished.
I said that the other week. I was like, Georgie's just going to run up and down the kitchen all day. Bless her. Don't know what she's letting herself in for.
So I didn't have enough blue, so I just grabbed a bit more white and I added a bit more blue colour.
Nothing wrong with that.
So that's the Colour Splash Blue. I love it. It's just a really nice kind of sky blue kind of colour. Actually, if you did the board in green as well, it'll be lovely because it'll look kind of like grass, and you could do like a bit of grass texture on it. If you have like, you know, the brushes you use for cleaning your dishes.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have like a brand new one of those, you just like go
Yeah,
mad
like
on it.
stipple it,
Yeah, and it looks lovely. Put that there. Now, so I'm just going to roll this out. So I always use a little corn flour. You don't use corn flour, do you, Carol?
Yeah. What do you think's in there?
But when you roll it
Oh, on the
out-
board?
Yeah.
No, don't yet. No, you don't need to.
Do
It's
I
a
yet?
non-stick board.
I know, but it makes it easier to, the paste kind of moves. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
It's a non-stick board.
I know it doesn't stick, but it kind of
You just lift it up.
it's
Lift
easier.
it up and turn. Lift it up and turn.
There's cake all over
Makes
this
me
one.
really laugh when people come in and they whack that much corn flour on
Yeah.
there. And I'm like, okay.
Oh no, it makes it so much easier to roll.
Yeah.
It does.
What? Corn
With,
flour?
Yeah.
with it.
We'll do a
I
test.
think the same.
What do you like corn flour on it? Maria.
I didn't want to do it when I made the.
But you've all seen
the
me
bowl.
do it on there. You've all seen me do it on there, haven't you? Without any corn
Yeah,
flour.
I know what you mean, but I see how
It moves.
it
easy.
moves.
Yeah.
So Emily's literally just throwing it around. Whereas if you've got no corn flour on, you still have that almost like a suction,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, between the paste and the board.
We'll
if
have
that
a
makes
look after.
sense. Okay.
The one thing I do have to use corn flour is on the normal worktop.
Yes.
Doesn't
Oh,
work
yeah,
on
yeah.
the normal worktop.
No.
On the normal worktop, you do have to use corn flour.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab it.
Do you want
Brush.
water?
I have water here. I just need a big brush.
I should have let you use my new pink board.
Oh, you have a new pink board.
Yes, I never thought to bring it in,
Yes.
but I showed it them last
Oh, I
week.
have one here, Maria.
I showed everybody it last week, but I haven't used it yet. In fact, let me just bring it in.
A non-stick board, is it?
Yeah, it's very expensive though.
Oh
And it's pink, I had to have it specially made.
It's really beautiful.
It's pink and it's worth it.
Oh yeah. Pink everything. If you know about Sugar Sisters, we're just like pink central.
We need to have a trip over, I think.
Yes. I was only talking to Carol about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Great minds.
An excuse to come to Dublin for a few drinks.
Yes, that's my idea.
Yes. Okay, so I just need to roll this out a tiny bit more. Oh.
Wow. Yeah,
It's very expensive though because, and if you buy things in pink, they cost more money.
Yeah.
And I think the guy who made these for me knew that I wanted them so much, he didn't want to make them for me. But
Everyone's waiting with bated breath now, waiting for you to appear on camera with this
just a
pink
minute,
board.
yeah.
Wait until you see this.
Wow.
And you get a nice big gripper with it. Look at that.
That's fantastic.
Brilliant.
Wow. Isn't that brilliant?
And is that
Which
the
one it
same? Is that the same size as the largest?
It's actually
Is it
bigger. Yeah. But they are £110. They should be 120. Now it is actually bigger.
It's bigger. Yeah.
It is bigger, sorry. You see that?
Just about. Yeah, it's actually too big for the camera, so yeah.
Yeah. But this will be taking pride and place in our
Wow.
kitchen soon.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Does it show alright on the camera?
Yeah, it's quite dark, but we'll just adjust our
Yeah.
lighting when you come to use it.
So, but this will be mine. So when shooters come in, they can have the green ones.
Yes.
And I'm not going to get upset when they use their knife on it anymore. This will be mine. Nobody can use it.
Fabulous. Lots of people very impressed by it.
Okay, so I'm gonna just roll my paste onto my rolling pin and then roll it onto my board.
I love it, don't you?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's fab.
But where's put it
Very
now?
impressed.
I haven't even told John I've got one. Go mad. What do you want one there for?
And then I'm just gonna trim off the excess. And go around. Like so.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
I love pastel colours though, don't you?
Yeah,
There's
everything
something
pastel.
nice about pastel colours.
Okay, so I'm going to do the sweet stamp now while it's still fresh. So I have, it's relatively new, the
This set's gone crazy.
candy set.
Yeah, every time we put it in stock, it's sold out.
Yeah.
The handwritten and elegant used to do that
Yes.
all the time, didn't they?
Always.
Always.
Yeah,
But
always.
this set, I mean, we put it in stock on a Friday and it's just gone by Monday.
Yeah.
In fact, you had it the other week. You said, no, they're in stock.
I know. Well, that's what happened. They came in on the Friday, the stock got updated. I got into work on the Monday, had an inquiry to say when are they back in stock. I was like, they're in stock. And the woman was like, the lady was like, no, they're not. I was like, no way, have they sold?
Yeah,
2
that's
days.
So I'm going to write bunny butt.
I love it.
So how do you spell butt? Is it 2 T's or 1 T?
I would go with 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bunny bum? No, bunny butt sounds better. So when you're taking your letters out, just use a little bit of sticky sugar paste. It's really handy. So I just need a B when I have that one ready, and then BU.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have the U out already, so there's loads of duplicates on this one. Okay. I can't spell. Spelling isn't my forte.
Do you know what though? I think it's when you're under pressure because
No, not for me.
Oh, okay.
Anytime.
But do you know the amount of people where they've done a cake, really elaborate cake, really stressed about the cake, and then at the very end, either when they've been taking pictures of it or due to hand it to a customer, they've realised they've spelt like their happy birthday wrong or congratulations wrong. I've seen so many people posting on our community page recently that that's what they've done, and I think because they've stressed so much about the cake,
Yeah.
they've got the cake right, and then the simplest thing is what's actually thrown them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it so many times. Birthday spelled with the R in the wrong place.
Oh.
Congratulations spelled wrong. Honestly.
Oh, what did I do? I did,
Yeah.
it wasn't anniversary, it was engagement.
You are engaged.
I wrote engagement.
It's so easy to do.
Yeah, it really is.
Do you not think that sometimes you just get a bit cross-eyed looking at them a
Yeah,
little bit?
But the person never noticed.
No way!
That's like when people do tattoos and the tattooist does it on them,
Yeah.
and the
Oh,
person
God.
doesn't notice till they show someone.
Yeah.
I like looking googling them tattoo mistakes.
Brilliant.
Just when I want to entertain myself, I go, tattoo mistakes. Everybody be going over to Google now
I
doing
know,
tattoo mistakes and seeing what they've done.
So I'm just going to chat to you quickly about if you have like a word with 2 letters that you don't have a duplicate for the sweet stamps. So all you have to do is just leave a space for them, and then we'll come back later and add it in. So I need the B again for over here, so I've spaced out bunny. And I'm just going to take the B and move it over here. And then I'm going to need the U as well. I might actually just leave a space here like that. Bunny. And then the extra T will go next to it. And you kind of want them to join as well. I don't join the capitals, I only join the lowercase, because
Okay.
it is calligraphy, you do want it to go into each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, and do you know, if you can give some tips to people as well about pushing up closer together as well.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people that use the stamps and they leave big spaces.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
look
I
right.
did. I
Yeah.
remember doing them first, and I sent them all to Amy, dead proud of myself. She was very tactful. She just went, they look much nicer if you just sort of push them together
Yeah.
so that they flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. No, it's true.
Noted.
Yeah.
but it's right.
So I'm actually going to be using the Perfect Pour bottles in a while.
And
So
these are the new ones.
these are the new
Yeah.
ones. So they're in a smaller bottle, which is actually better, and they come with a funnel. So you have more control because they're in a smaller bottle, and you don't have to fill it up as much because you'll never use that amount. And then it has a little funnel for pouring it in. So actually it's my first time even using those, would you believe it? So I'm going to press this in nice and deep because I know I'm going to be using the Perfect Pour. So go all the way down, make sure you press nice and even. And then the pick-up pad should pick them up. This is actually a filthy pick-up pad, and I should have really cleaned it.
Yes, I can vouch for that.
But if it gets stuck, just use something just to gently lift it out, and everything
Yeah.
will be okay. So yeah, you'll never throw out a pick-up pad if it loses its stickiness. It's just because it's gotten dirty, and I know that Carol does a lot of classes and stuff, and these get used in lives and things like that. So it just has the build-up of grease or dirt on it. So you just need to wash it under hot soapy water, and it'll come back 100%.
Yeah.
We've never had to throw any out.
No, and we've had, you know, if anyone wants to recap on any hints and tips for the sweet stamps, we've got loads of Facebook Lives done by Amy, Emily, Michelle. There's loads of people use them in the kitchen. So just head back over to the YouTube site when you're finished. On YouTube, just search for us as Sugar and Crumbs with Nifty Nozzles. And like I say, all of our previous Facebook Lives are on there, including the 1 minute videos. So they're always great to have a recap at. So if you're new to sweet stamps or you're thinking about purchasing a set, it is a little bit overwhelming because there's so many designs. And people have different ways of using them. You know, some people use them on buttercream, use them on sugar paste, which is absolutely brilliant. They're really adaptable. Some people paint them, as Emily did on her live a couple of weeks ago. You know, perfect pours, the sprinkles in them, and sometimes you don't need to paint them at all. You know, if you use it like a deep impression like you've used, that stands out straight away on its own.
Yeah, the shadows kind of pick it up.
Yeah.
I've seen lovely ones done with the what's the floral one called? The botanical set.
Oh yeah.
Like on a wedding cake, and it's just a white wedding cake
Yes.
with the botanical set on it, and it's
I love the
gorgeous.
botanical
Yeah.
set.
I love it as well.
Yeah.
It's real fun. Okay, so then I just put in my duplicates there and just restamped them.
Great.
So that's our bunny butt added. Bit of fun. And then I normally like to go over with a little smoother. Are the smoothers handy, Carol?
Yeah. In my new reorganised kitchen.
Yeah, then I can never find
Do
anything.
you remember when you were here last time? I decided before we went live that I'll reorganise the kitchen.
Wonderful timing.
Yeah. And now I still don't know where anything is.
Thank you. So sometimes when you push in, it just creates a little bulge. You don't have to do this, that's just me being very particular. So I just like to give it a little smooth over, and I'll just give the board a smooth as well. Okay, so now I'm going to lift over my cake. So here it is. And we need to leave room because he's going to have little legs sticking out. So
Okay.
I'm just going to position him back on the board about there. It's good. So I'm just going to then pop some buttercream down there so it sticks. Like so. And then I'm going to put the buttercream on first and then the tail on next. I think that's going to work best. So just obviously be careful not to get buttercream down on your lovely board that you covered. You can of course do this separate if you want. I'm just trying to be quick and careful about
we're
it.
whizzing through for time, so do appreciate that. You know, Emily's got like 2 hours to do a whole cake, sort of, you know, carve, decorate, and try and show you the finished product. But like Emily said, you can pop this on a little thin cake card if you wanted to, and then, you know, sort of transfer it over when you're finished. If,
Yeah.
You know, I know people do that like with like models and things like that. So, you know, if you've got more time at home, have a practice, take your time with it, you know, do it your way sort of thing.
Yeah. I know it's going to kind of be like a rough, kind of fluffy finish, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
You can do a crumb coat as well, so basically just a thin layer all around the outside.
Okay.
But I'm trying to go on quite thick to avoid that. And this is just kind of like a real quick fun cake. And if you
Yeah.
can see any big crumbs, just pick them out.
Yeah. And like you say, it's sort of like the texture of the fur anyway. It's not a smooth finish that you're wanting to achieve it anyway.
Yeah.
So this is the Whisper White, the cake cream Whisper White, and Emily's added some Fractal White Snow Gel to it. Fractal are a fantastic range, and they're all available on the Sugar and Crumbs website. There's a whole array of colours, they really are fantastic. And I know a lot of them sell out very quickly, obviously the more popular ones, but we do try and stock up in general with all our stock every week to 10 days. But it does depend on the actual stockist or the manufacturer as to whether they've got items in stock that we want. So there's a general rule of thumb. We place orders every week. For our sort of top selling items, we place them potentially every other day. Because you can never know what, you know, obviously we've got our top selling items, but if there's a particular trend on, then you just never know what's going to sell. You know, sometimes we'll get a massive hit of a particular colour, for example, and our stock is just completely depleted. But as a general rule of thumb, we place orders every week to 10 days, and we just try and maintain a good stock level all the time.
So I'm nearly done. And you'll comfortably do this with one packet of cake cream, the small packet.
Okay, oh fantastic, it's a good guide.
And you could do different colours as well. You could do a pink bunny if you wanted.
Oh, that'd be cute. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or you could make it grey. You could add a little bit of grey
Yeah.
colouring to your buttercream cute little grey bunny.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
So I'm just going to go around then and just kind of
Pat its bum.
pat its bum.
The kids will love this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the bit and it looks good, doesn't
It's
it?
great.
Yeah.
Because that's what the kids, because you can say to the kids, right, you can do this bit.
Yeah. We were saying this the other week though, weren't we, with the flower pots. Let's get the kids involved, and then we were like, actually, the control freaking you kind of takes over.
Yeah.
You kind of let them have a little bit of free reign, and then all of a sudden you're like, hang on a minute, let
No.
me take over. You finished now, enough. Let me finish.
And you could actually do this out of Rice Krispies as well. You
Ah,
can make up Rice
okay.
Krispie treats
Yeah.
and fill your half sphere tin, which I like. Kids love Rice Krispie treats as well.
Definitely.
Okay, so I think that is good. So I'm going to add our little tail that we made. And our gloves are here. Next, I have my sprinkle cookie dough, or what you call it, cake dough. I think that might be just a little bit big, so I'm just going to take a little bit off and just roll it into a ball.
So the kids could do that bit as well, couldn't
Oh
they?
yeah, definitely. So I might actually just anchor it in with a toothpick, just because it is quite heavy, and I want it to be a nice big, big fuzzy tail.
Okay.
It'll be
Yeah.
big. It's bigger than its bum.
I saw toothpicks. Here they are. That was easy. Some people use spaghetti as well when you're doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you have to hand. So I think that's going to go
As
right
long
there.
as you always tell the customer.
Yeah.
That's it. Just make sure you tell them to remove
It
it.
do always amaze me sometimes because it's not as though people just go and bite the cake, is
No.
it? They do cut it up, don't they?
I know.
I don't think that went in.
Sorry.
Siri didn't understand you then.
My phone keeps talking to me.
Listening.
Okay. So then again, I'm going to cover that in buttercream.
I quite love it with the little rainbow nonpareils in it.
Yeah, it's cute, isn't
Yeah.
it? Kids love sprinkles, so just pop them in anything. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
And I'll add a nice little bit of crunch as well.
Yeah.
Bit of texture. You can actually pop the buttercream into a piping bag as well. You might find that easier. I'm just being lazy, not filling this piping bag, even though it probably would be quicker.
No, we'd love to see your creations as well. There's quite a few people saying that they're going to try it.
Yeah.
So I always say, pop it on the community page, share your interpretations of it with us. It's great to see that you've given it a go, that you've tried it. Really appreciate the fact that, you know, you've enjoyed the live, that you've tried it, you've given it a go. It's your interpretation, so like Emily said before, change the colours up, change the style up, the decorations, the colour of the bunny, for example. Just have a go. It's a bit of fun at the end of the day.
Yep.
You know, but it is really nice when we see that you actually tried it. And you know, tag us in it, tag Emily, even if it's on Instagram or anything like that. It's really nice to see that
Yeah, I
you've given
love
it a go.
seeing people make it,
Yeah,
especially like if the kids are involved as well.
yeah, it's
So
really
cute.
nice.
I like the way there's not a lot of sugar paste on this as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's a nice change.
Yeah. So I'm just making sure I get right down the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to go around and just give it a bit of texture. You could definitely do this with, you know, like a fur nozzle or a grass
Yeah,
nozzle.
the grass nozzle. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That would work really well too. Or we'll definitely put a bit of sparkle on this. What's the best thing to use for the sparkle, Carol?
Oh,
Like a flare.
finishing sparkle.
Yeah, we love it.
Absolutely. Yeah. In my newly arranged, organised cupboard. I need to plan the cupboards and label them inside for tutors so they know where everything is.
Problem is, you've got so much stuff in here, and it's,
Yeah.
I think you do amazingly well to keep it all organised in the first place.
Huh?
You do amazing to keep it all
Yeah.
organised in its own little tubs and containers. Anyway.
Well, I can keep it organised as long as nobody else puts anything away.
Yeah,
And I
that's where the
I do
problem
say it
is.
to everybody because some tutors come in and will just leave me to clean up the whole lot. Others do help, which is
Yeah.
great. But I would prefer that once it's all washed and clean, just leave it at the end of the kitchen and
Yeah.
I'll put it away.
Absolutely.
So because my sugar paste is lovely and white, I'm just going to colour it up with a little bit of ivory just so it matches a bit better. Because of buttercream, you'll never get it like that pure white.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be a contact. You don't have to do this as well. I think it'll look fine without. But I just think I'm going to go the extra mile and do it. I know we were using some a couple weeks ago. What's the best ivory to use?
There's Pro Gel Cream Ivory, so I think that's probably the best one. The Pro Gel ones, are they on this side? Maria, this side, before you get everyone out. So,
Yeah, they're Pro Gels in the middle at the
yeah, 'cause
top.
I don't know.
In the middle row.
Oh, we have soft caramel here.
Oh, soft that
Oh,
will do.
yeah, that'll do.
It's alright, we're on it. Soft
Have it.
caramel will do. Oh, there you go. Well, that showed everyone inside our cupboards.
Yeah. I actually hate wearing gloves.
Do you know that I agree?
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Especially with sugar paste, everything just sticks to them.
I just want to make sure I have enough. Yeah. So I'm just going to add a bit of colour. You don't need to add a lot if you want to do this.
And this is just to allow it to tone in, isn't it? That's
yeah,
all.
because I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
just a
camera.
bright white, isn't it, against the actual buttercream.
Oh my god, I'm going to make a carrot. I've just realised I'm doing a carrot.
And there's a couple of people asking before about the classes. So all of our classes are held at the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, which is in Stockport. The closest train station would be Stockport, but Manchester is the next sort of biggest main terminal. Stockport train station is only about a 10-15 minute drive away from where the class is held at maximum. Nearest airport is Manchester Airport, and there's loads of options in terms of hotels to stay close by. There's Premier Inns, travel lodges, B&Bs, and we can you with all that information if you want to inquire first before committing to book. But just ask on our community page. We've got loads of ladies and gents who have joined us for the classes, thoroughly enjoyed it and come back regularly. So if you have got any questions, just either give us a call at the office and we'll help, or just ask on the community page. The other thing that's quite nice as well is that if anyone is booked onto a course and hasn't yet booked their accommodation, I always refer people to the community page and get them to ask if anyone's interested in booking accommodation, and then you can, car share, you can taxi share from the hotel to the kitchen, for example. We know we have a lot of people who do that as well, so sort of get in touch with each other, exchange numbers and stuff like that. It's really nice, and if you're coming on your own, it's a little bit daunting, I think.
Do you know
but
what,
if
that
you're
was
staying the
good
night
because
before, you can, meet
when
up.
Michael was in the kitchen a few weeks ago, 3 ladies did that
Yeah.
from down south.
Yeah.
And one was coming over from the Isle of Wight, 2 were in Hampshire sort of way, and one of them, their husband was driving, so he was like, they just swung round, picked
Yeah,
everybody up,
that's
so the
nice.
husband and wife had their room,
Yeah,
I think.
I hope.
They'll be watching,
That's
they
a
know
different
who
story.
we're talking about. Go on, put your thumbs up. So, and then the other 2 ladies shared, which was really good. And then
Yeah.
also, it made a good journey for them.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
chat-
nice, isn't it?
speeded the journey up.
Yeah.
So they didn't have such a great journey back, mainly due to an accident on the motorway. But
Yeah.
at least they were all together, and you're not just sort of
Yeah.
stranded.
Yeah, it
Don't
can
shut the
be-
cupboard, Maria.
It can be a bit daunting as well if you're on your own. If you speak to people online and you chat and comment, but then to come to a class on your own, it's a bit
Yeah.
daunting.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many regulars we've got in class now, which is
Yes,
lovely.
I know.
So
I know.
those of you who come in class, do put your thumbs up and let everybody know how friendly the classes are.
Yeah.
And I sometimes think that sometimes the new ladies come in and they see regulars who come in, because all the regulars, they know that they have jobs to do. Oh, you've arrived. Great. You're
Yes.
on washing up. You're on brewing. You
I was going to
sit
say,
there.
put the kettle on, do the brews. That's normally the first thing, isn't
Make
it?
yourself at home.
Yes.
But the new ones, you can see that they're a bit shy at first, but then they just mingle in. It's really easy going. You found that with your class. It was your first class this time, wasn't it? Weren't they all lovely?
They were really, really nice, really welcoming, and everyone got on, and when needed, they just got their heads down and went to work.
And the classes are good because, you know, the good thing is the tutors come back as well, which is lovely.
That says it all then, doesn't it? Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'm just moulding out my feet. So it's kind of like a teardrop sort of shape.
Yeah.
So it's fatter at one end. And I'm actually just looking at a picture of a bunny butt. So I make sure I'm doing it the right way around. So I think that's actually a little bit too big. So I'm just going to take a little bit off each.
Just another thing talking about the group. So we've got all the all about cake community, Sugar and Crumbs all about cake community. Now for the regular customers, we don't shout out a lot about this, but we are going to be working on this as soon as we sort our website issues out, which we're on with. We've had a bit of a nightmare this year because we moved our website and we've just got some server issues and developer issues. Don't know what's wrong, but as I'm not that technophobic, I can't actually sort them all out, but we're on it. We've got a new team on it at the moment. But I've opened up a new group called I'm in a Serious Relationship with Sugar and Crumbs. Now, the only people who can join that group are people who actually shop direct from us. Now, I do know some of you do buy our sugars elsewhere, and I'm really sorry, but it has to be Sugar and Crumbs customers. And it's just that we want them just to share in both groups, but it's a little group where it's a bit more personal, that's all. It's a bit more personal. They're all talking about the same subject, they're all sharing what they make with it, and it's more home baking on there. I've noticed all the images, there's beautiful cakes, but it's more home baking. People are feeling more comfortable in there, aren't they? So the big group is for everyone worldwide, and it's a fantastic group, and the comments on there is lovely and helpful. But the I'm in a Serious Relationship group, you do need to be a customer who's ordered 3 times. If you can't log on, just phone the office, and then the office will ring me if you're struggling to know your order numbers, and then what they'll do is they'll email me and confirm that you placed 3 orders, and I'll get you on.
Yeah. You looking for something for me? Are you?
And I can't tell you what else goes on in that group because
that'd be great.
it's a secret.
Yeah.
There's no suppliers in that group either. It's just purely for Sugar and Crumbs customers.
So I've made my 2 feet there, and actually Dresden tools.
Here we are, in our newly rearranged, organised
I'll let you
cupboard.
get them, Carol.
Let's find it. Cracky, you tested me today, haven't
Yeah.
you? Hey, I have to know which things are all
And for
in.
that, I can change that myself. Oh, actually, I have a heart cutter.
Get a what? Cut
Heart. Heart.
Okay.
Dresden
No worries,
tools.
it's And Gary, do we have a hard cutter?
I think we will have in the drawers down there. We should have. Dresden tool.
Any kind of pokey I can use.
I know what it is because I use the FMF pokey ones.
Ah, yes. So I'm just going to mark out the kind of
I always
toes.
go to look for the black ones, but I know I don't have them. So the Dresden tool is the PME ones, and we sell them on the website. But here in the kitchen, I always have the FMM ones, which I think they're called. Is it a flute and vein?
Flute and vein, I think.
Yeah. Have you found them, Maria, or do you want me to help you?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah.
That's so cute, Emily, just with those markings
Yeah,
on.
it makes a big difference.
Yeah. Really cute.
Yeah, stop doing it because she needs to film me. Can you rub one together? Can you just
Rub
can you
one
bring them
out.
all together? She's missed it now. You sent her on the heart thing.
Okay. So and then for the little toes, I have Maria kindly got me a little nozzle, and I'll use that to cut it. And just use this oversized rolling pin. Obviously, use a small one if you have it. I'm pretty sure Carol does have small
We
ones.
do.
I just don't want to be asked
100%.
here.
We definitely do.
What are we looking for?
No,
Hearts?
heart cutter, yeah.
Yes. I have everything. Just don't know where they all are.
It's quite sticky paste, I think. Even this. So these are going to be the little toes. And they're not stressful, I think.
No, that's true. It's so hard if you know, obviously you get a brief for a cake, you've got to stick to it, and obviously it's what the customer wants. But when you're doing something like this, it's purely for fun.
Yeah.
You know, and you can adapt it your own style, your own colours and things like that. It's just so nice to be able to.
You have to do it for a bit of fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't all be serious.
No.
So I'm just going to pop a bit of glue onto just the ends where I'm going to stick our little, I suppose they're called pads, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what Emma said? Every freaking tool inside things that I want. I think I've opened up every drawer here. And I'll find it afterwards.
You will.
Just try and hang on till last minute for that part.
She's on a mission.
Yeah, that's it now.
What?
I think I can't do it.
Not like a large cookie size one, like a kind of biggish small one.
Can you not use like a pestle thing?
It's okay. Even
Don't use one of these things instead.
it's adaptable. I just thought the heart would be
Can you
cute
use
on
one of
the
those?
bottom. Yeah, can you use that? Yeah, that's fine. That'll actually be perfect.
Yes, that's actually perfect. Yeah, I knew what I was talking about.
No, I kind of wanted the cute
They
little
come in a
heart
set
shape.
in free if anybody wants to know.
So they're rose cutters,
Yeah.
those ones. So I'll
See?
probably have to roll it a bit.
Use your rose cutters for something else.
That's it. You can use them for so many things.
Do you know after this live I'll find the heart ones and go, oh there they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have little heart cutters, I think they'd be really cute. You can put them upside down and it just like obviously a heart
yeah.
will be you know, again, real cute.
I'm going back to that.
She's not giving up. Carol's not giving up yet.
She's committed now.
I've got a really big house. I've got a big house, is that too big?
Yeah.
That's the drawing board.
What have I started?
I know. So if you've missed any of the live or you can't watch this whole session, you can catch up when we're finished. It's available to watch back on our Facebook page. It will be pinned to the top of the page. And then you can also watch it back on YouTube. So we've got a great audience both on Facebook and YouTube this evening. And like I said before, we don't normally stream on a Wednesday night. But because Carol's got guests in the kitchen from the Blackpool Sugarcraft team, tomorrow we've had to jiggle our week around a little bit.
Yeah, I can work with that. Send poor Carol into a manic searching
I know.
quest. See, Carol normally has everything. Can I bend this a little bit?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
We've come this far.
Do you know,
Yeah.
I could just eat those cakes that you had when you were last here. Oh, I'm so glad they're not here. How nice were they, Laura?
Amazing. I can vouch for that.
I'm gonna have a look.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
That's cute, isn't it? Yeah. I'll put my stuff away, not my display. Look, no, sit down. See what I mean? They've only been here 5 minutes, made a mess in the kitchen. And look, all my lovely, nice, organised cupboards.
Okay, and again, I'd use a little toothpick just to stick these in, just to hold them up because they are quite heavy.
Yeah.
So cute.
Really cute.
What was you saying about those big pieces of sugar paste earlier, Emily?
I know, but this I couldn't get around. You could probably make them a bit smaller. Okay, so then I'm going to do the perfect pour.
Actually, Laura, I haven't asked you how's the feedback.
Great. I was just saying, no, it really is. It is fantastic. Yeah. No, we've got some great comments. So yeah.
And so I just need some dipping solution if we have it. handy.
Behind you, in the cupboard.
No, I put your.
Oh, do you get it out?
Oh, you have it. Go on. Thank you.
And then just explain that when they use these perfect pours and they make these, they can actually leave it in
Yeah.
the container.
Yeah.
If you pull my container out up there, just pull that one out behind you, Maria.
Which one?
At the top,
Yeah.
little square box in front of you.
Oh yeah.
They're all filled. These are the older Perfect Pour bottles.
Yeah, the bigger ones.
So don't throw them away. Don't know whether you all knew this, but if you put the little top on, and then all you got to do is give them a shaky.
Yeah.
And you can use them again.
And use them again. Yeah, as long as you put the little rubber cover
Yeah,
on the
the
top.
button.
Yeah.
So you can have one for each colour. Like if you use gold or black or whatever one
Yeah.
you use a lot, you can do that.
Just
Yes.
to ask, not saying that it's wrong.
Yes.
Are feet upside down?
Are they? Not according to the pictures I
Really?
looked up online.
Okay, that's fine. Just asking
Does
a
it look
question.
upside down? Well, it is. He's going down, so it should be upside down.
No, yes.
No,
yes,
they
yes.
are upside down.
No, if you put it like that, you're right. You're right because it's like that. So
Yeah.
Marie is now a contortionist.
Don't show
Well,
them,
if you think
Maria.
about it,
Don't
it's
show
back leg goes like
Maria's
that.
just confirming now for the camera.
Yeah.
Maria's
Further
going to
on
be
the camera, Maria, they can't see
contortionist.
you.
Come on, Maria.
How should they be?
I'll just play devil's
I'm just going to
advocate.
have a look.
Google.
Yeah, let's get
Yeah.
Google, our best friend, out.
yeah, but I think the
Yeah, because they
the
straighten out their
thinner,
legs.
the thinner has to go on the bottom.
And the bum, yeah, I'm right.
Okay.
I hope. Well, if I'm wrong, then everyone else on
Everyone,
Google is
I bet
wrong.
everyone's, who's Googling?
Me.
They'll all be there Googling now.
I
Get back to
know.
the live, Google after. Bunny, what do we Google? Bunny bum cake? Bunny,
Bunny bush cake.
bunny, I'm going to do bunny bum cake. That's all.
I'll
have a
wait
look.
until this is decided.
We'll have some of them sideways. No, they've got them the other way round.
What?
Yeah, look.
Oh.
Yes, because if you think a little rabbit is not a human, is it? It's on its belly all the time, isn't it?
What have I started? I'm so sorry.
Wait, do you think
No,
it could be
it
both?
is. Are you very red there, Malay? I can see you flushing up.
So.
Or have you got darker makeup on all of a sudden?
Yeah.
So,
Oh my
It
god,
is.
it is upside down.
It is upside down. Yeah, because you're thinking of a human, Maria.
and do you know
But you need to think of a little
Yeah.
bunny running around on his belly. His feet are like that, aren't
side
they?
is on top.
And do you know what? Before, Emily, when you were doing the sides, you put them the other way.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show.
You actually put the point of the foot to the top when you were testing it for size.
So I just forgot about it when I stuck it
Well,
out.
Well spotted, Laura.
Sorry, but I knew the comments were going to come, and I was just preparing myself.
That's gas.
See, this is what we love about the Facebook Lives, because this is what we love about the Facebook Lives, because it shows there's no acting.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. And we've got this
It's
lovely
real life.
pink Emily in the kitchen who's blending well with our colour scheme.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You're having a couple of weeks of it, you, aren't you?
Oh, this
Blowing
is
up
my-
your glass dish.
This is my life. This is how I live.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm actually just going to mix it in here. So I'm going to do about 50-50. So this is the lovely Regency Gold in the fake cahill. I'm just going to tap it out and then I'm going to add a bit of dipping solution. These funnels are so handy. You can also mix it separately in a little container and then pour it in. But I didn't want to send poor Carol off looking for a little container.
What are you going to do? I've got some little containers, yeah. I've got some little shot glasses.
That's alright. I'm done now.
That's a good idea, actually, to just put it straight
I'm going
to
to
the
see if
funnel.
anybody's put them on Google the wrong way around. I'm going to start Googling, see who's done it wrong. Yours could have been a first by the looks of it, Emily.
Oh my god. Thanks,
Aye.
Carol.
Having said that, so there is some very strange. There's the strangest bunny one here. I won't tell you where it is, but he's got the smallest feet with the biggest ears. He must be a flying bunny. Yeah, no, definitely the wrong way around. Just rub it in a bit more.
He or she is right now. It's okay.
Yeah, no, but good to know.
Good to know.
Yes.
I just knew we
Well
would get
spotted,
comments,
Laura.
and I thought, oh, do I let her finish and
Yeah,
then
but
tell
also,
her?
I was
No.
told I'm going to be taking pictures of it
Because it would have been all
tomorrow.
dried in.
Maria will be there taking pictures of it, posting it on her Facebook page.
Okay, so I'm just going to test my consistency now. So just get a bit of sugar paste, and we're just going to push in a bit of sweet stuff into it, and then we can.
Oh, I have to say, there's some funny butt bunnies on here. Some look as though they've died. Eh? Honestly, there's some squished ones. There's all sorts. It's very amusing. You have to have a look afterwards. I'm not going to point them out. Not going to point them out. I take it they must have all been learning at the time.
Okay, so this is important. This is where a lot of people
Right,
go
go on,
wrong
shut
with the the perfect pour is your consistency has to be right. So always test it on a bit of sugar paste beforehand, and then you can adjust the consistency.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see, I think this might be a little bit runny, but honestly I'm not the most professional when it comes to perfect pour. I don't use it as much because I normally do a sweet stamp on the side of a cake rather than on a board. Yes, it's a little bit runny, but actually I might get away with it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for that now. I'm going to be eating my words later.
I think there's some strange looking ones on here, but I have to say they've all got the feet the right way round.
Thanks.
Yours would have definitely been a first.
Great. So I just squeeze the bottle a little bit before you go in, and just try and bring in the nozzle over where the letters are to start off with, otherwise you don't want to get a blob anywhere else.
And it literally does the work for you.
Yeah. And just let it flow in. And this
Yeah.
is why you need to emboss it deep.
Yeah, you want that sort of barrier, don't you? You know, to fill.
Yeah.
And that lettering is so nice. I love that style.
Yeah, it goes with everything. I think it will go with wedding cakes, christening cakes,
Yeah.
Boys cakes, girls cakes.
And this is the candy set. So this is the candy set in sweet stamps. Like I said before, there's quite a lot to choose from in terms of the actual style, the font styles that are available. Some of you have all of them. Literally just wait for one to be released and you have to have it. And we know we've got customers who just need to have everyone, which is fine. We totally understand. It is an addiction. But you know, it's just personal choice. It's as simple as that. It's just down to personal choice, what you think you're going to get the most use out of. Some of them are, you know, are really fancy, like the curly set, for example, really fancy, lovely kind of calligraphy style. And then we've got the more basic ones, like the classic, the sugar and crumbs font, which is just a little bit different. We've got this one, for example, the bubble gum that was used a couple of weeks ago. It's like a really fun sort of bubbly letters style.
I really like that.
Yeah, and these are the two sort of newest ones from Sweet Stamps that have been released.
That bubblegum reminds me of when I was a kid at school and you used
Yeah.
to write names and bubble
Yes.
writing, didn't you?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it would go very well with this cake too.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
So you're literally just keeping the tip of the nozzle into the letter.
Yeah.
Really light pressure just to let the paint actually flow into the actual letter in itself.
Yeah, and you can kind of just keep moving it around and kind of squeeze it on any spots
Yeah.
that you missed.
That's
There we go.
fantastic.
So I think I'll do a little carrot.
Oh yeah, that'd be cute.
Do you have any pre-made sugar flowers or anything like that?
I do. Pre-made
Pretty
sugar
nice.
flowers. We've got everything here. Let me have a look.
So then with that bottle, just pop
Do
the
you want
lid.
some tiny ones? Do you want these little pansies?
Yeah.
The little pom-poms.
Yeah. So just pop the lid back on them, and you can just store that as it is, and you can be ready to go next time you need it. And it'll just be extra quick then. And you'll never get it as neat, I think, when you use the perfect pour bottle. Yeah, these are cute. Right, I'll make the carrot first. So I need an orange. Just cover up the
What do you need now?
just going to cover up a little bit orange.
And just tell them about these because these flowers taste gorgeous.
Oh,
Oh, the sugar soft ones. Yeah, they are fantastic.
If you don't know anything about the sugar soft ones, we've got a whole range of them in, and we've just brought black ones in as well.
They are stunning, the black ones. I saw them the other week.
Oh, I didn't bring them here. I should have. Sorry, Maria, we're doing a dance meeting. But for people who can't make roses like me, well, I can make roses, but I don't really have time to make roses. Do we still do the daisies? Or do we stop selling those?
I think we might stop them.
Yeah, nice and well. There. So just let me check, just let me show them these. So for people who, sorry, just tidying my hair up. Sorry. I have to do something with these features because these features need to be omitted, these. from there. So anyhow, we do sugar soft roses. So for those of you who are not very good at making roses, I would suggest invest in a pack of these. I think they're $14.99 for all these. And for me, we do them in pink, white, ivory as a mixed set, and black. And I'll just show you under that camera there. So you get 2 large ones, you get 5 medium ones and 5 smaller ones. And they're brilliant. All you've got to do then is make leaves, and you can eat the whole lot. So let me just push one out.
Yeah, they're actually really pleasant to eat compared to actually sugar flowers, aren't they?
So they are. You push them out, and I tell you what they taste like, candy sticks.
Yeah.
So people of my age will remember we used to have little sweetie cigarettes. We are past 9 o'clock now, aren't we?
Yeah.
So any children are thinking, not that I'm advertising cigarettes, I've never smoked in my life, but do you remember when we were little, we used to have a little sweetie cigarette? Well, they taste like that.
Yeah.
They're delicious. So they're all edible, and then you can either stick them on with royal icing, or you could put them on a cocktail stick, or a spaghetti stick, whichever you want. Place them all over and do your leaves, and they come in black. Did I say the new black?
Yeah, the new one, the new black.
Yeah, white, ivory, pink. I wish they did a red set.
I know.
But
Yeah,
they do red, but they don't. They do them as all.
it's like they do a marbled one. That's really nice.
That's right. And but have a look on our website, Sugar Soft.
Yeah.
And then these. Yes, I've got them in.
Oh, we got them back in.
She was just saying they're not in stock, but they are.
We do. Okay.
So these they're back in stock. You get 60 of these in a pack, and you just I don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna stick them like that. You're gonna have those on,
I'm gonna put the carrots on and then
carrots on, and that.
Yeah.
Flowers.
They're lovely. Those the colours are gorgeous.
Yeah.
those will be lovely on cupcakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just so easy, and they taste amazing. I'll throw them on there for you. And then these,
And Carol's just gonna finish my cake for me.
yeah, and then these pom-poms are lovely. I'm not sure about how these taste, these actually.
They're hard.
Are they really hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
hard.
they're hard.
But they look good. I'll carry on chomping this, breaking my teeth. They're actually not too bad, but they're crispy. Oh, I'm going to the dentist.
Oops. Okay, so I just coloured up some sugar paste with some orange.
You can knock those flowers off, sorry. So that Maria knows where she is with her videoing.
Yeah.
Gonna knock them off, Maria?
So they're the 2 colours I used. Leaf green in the colour splash and then orange in the fractal colours. And I'm gonna make some carrots.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go as sort of as much detail or as little detail with this, couldn't you? I
Yeah.
suppose. Put a little picket fence on.
Yeah, some butterflies.
Yeah.
A little worm.
I was going to say a little buzzy bee or something.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be quite cute just to have a bit of fun with it. Let the kids make all the little sugar paste sort of decorations, little animals and insects and things like that. That'd be quite a cute idea.
So I just roll a ball and then I just roll it thinner on one side to make like just a long carrot shape. So it's really easy to do. And if you want to take it up a notch, you can use your Dresden tool and just put some little grooves into it just to give it a bit more texture. Make it look more like a carrot. I'm going to do a second one then. And do different sizes as well just to mix it up. The no carrots are the same.
I've got loads of comments saying that it's a really good idea, fun to make.
Yeah.
Really
Easy.
simple and easy, but it looks really good.
Yeah. And I'm actually having loads of fun doing this.
Oh, good.
So normally you'd be stressing about cakes, like, oh, it has to be perfect. Or
Yeah.
whatever, but this is just a bit of fun. Don't take it too seriously. It's nice to be able to do a cake for just fun.
Yeah.
And then for the top, do we have any calyx colours? You know the calyx, you know the rose? No. Any leaf colours?
We'll have leaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me check what we have.
If not, I can just kind of cut it with a knife.
Looks like an open all day.
It now looks like the kitchen's
She pulled
been
apart the
robbed
kitchen.
at one end. Yeah.
It's okay, Maria. I'll just make little shapes. So
Careful, take care.
seriously. So I'm just gonna put these on first. I think I'll put them over here.
Very cute.
So I'm just gonna stick them on first, and then I'll attach the green.
That really finishes it off actually, just having something on the board like that.
Yeah. And we'll put a few flowers onto it as well. So then just for the top, I'm gonna just roll out.
They look good, don't they?
Check them.
Yeah, I do.
Just gonna roll out some kind of little thin pieces of sugar paste.
Sorry, I'm just looking at how many pansies we've got. Yeah, you do get 62 at once, don't you?
Wow.
Quite a lot of that, isn't there? I think it's ideal for people who don't want to do roses and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Some people really love doing them and enjoy them. I love watching people make them. I don't want to make one myself.
Actually, no, I have a better idea. That's too fiddly for me. It's taken too long. I'm just gonna cut little strips. So just have it pointed at the top. I'm just literally doing this by memory of what a carrot looks like as well. But at home you might actually look at a picture of a carrot.
We've got to go to Google.
Google.
Have we got to go to Google again?
Yeah.
Check how a carrot looks.
That's it. Because I definitely don't know
Oh,
what
we have
anything
some
looks
laughs in
like.
this kitchen.
More. And then I'm just going to get a bit of water and stick those on. How are we doing on time?
Fantastic. Not even an hour and a half yet.
What? Are we done?
No, brilliant.
Good. Actually, Emily did say she's going to knock this one out in an hour. Shall I be over and done?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice because obviously, you know, in the past we do run over with lives, and it's because we try to pack as much as we can into it. We always want to show you a finished product, and that's what I said before. You know, where Emily was explaining, you take your time covering the cake. If you wanted to crumb coat it, for example, just take your time with it. We just pack as much as we can into the 2 hour slot, and we really appreciate that our guests are under so much pressure to do it. We always say you've got 2 hours, and then we spend 10 minutes chatting at the beginning. So you've not got 2 hours at all.
It also shows how quickly they can decorate.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
That, you know, this whole cake has been done. The only thing that hasn't been done is bake the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't bake and decorate anyhow because you'd have to cool
Yeah,
it.
you do
So
have
you'd
that
have to bake.
prepared. Yeah.
But this shows that this is the whole thing, start to finish, has been done.
Yeah, and the board.
I know, exactly.
It's everything, the finishing touches,
I've
everything's
got
been
my
done.
newly organised cupboards for ribbon.
A ribbon.
as well.
I just thought that at the same time, a ribbon.
What ribbon would you like, Emily?
Oh yeah. Kind of like a springy Eastery colour would be nice, I suppose.
Put all the ribbons at the back and all. A springy Easter
A
colour.
nice lemon or pale pink.
Oh, I don't know, is that what we've got?
Pink or gold or orange or blue, white,
We've got those, I've got them all,
Green.
you can have a look.
green would be nice. Okay, let's have a look at these little flowers then that we have. Roses,
Do you want the pansies?
pansies. I think they'll be a bit too flat for this. I think they'd be really good on cupcakes though. What was in this box?
You could take some on the side and put a bit of buttercream on.
Can I use the daisies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, the daisies are lovely. Do you want
Yeah.
some other colour daisies?
Yeah?
Emily's excited now.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get out all my stash?
You've got
You
the
need
best
some, don't
stash.
you? These daisies come in, what colour do they come in? Pink
White.
and white, isn't it? Yeah.
White, yeah.
Yeah, it's pink and white.
Oh wow. A flowery bunny bush. That'd be nice there. Do you have different colours in these? Or
Pardon?
will I just use these?
Do you want me to get out another one?
No, I can measure these. Just if you were getting them for new.
I'll just go right in my cupboards, don't you worry about it. I like showing everybody my newly arranged cupboards. This lamp, I don't know whether people know we've got light in the kitchen or not. It's been rude down at those times. Right, let me find the other one.
So I just rolling a little ball of sugar paste just so it can stick together. I love those. They're so spring. Purple. Why
I
would I
love
do
these. We
this?
don't shout out much about these. Oh, there you go.
There's the white.
Oh yes. The white's like the traditional kind of colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do some white as well. They're so handy though.
But what I will tell you, the life expectancy on these are a long time as well.
Yeah, it's just all dry paste, so there's not
Yeah,
much.
and
in
they're
it.
best before as well. And they're all in the cellophane. I will tell you, buy extra because you will eat them.
So I think I'll do 2 of these. Yeah,
It's amazing what I have in this kitchen stashed away, isn't it?
It's so handy though. If you actually just rummage in what you have, you can finish off your cake quite nicely.
And the other thing as well, if you buy the roses, okay, because like I say, we only do them in the 4 colours, but there's nothing stopping you airbrushing or dusting them.
Yeah.
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 We should do a session on that really.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
We did it in the other kitchen.
Yeah, we did.
I remember, yeah.
I'm just going to have one of these just to check that they're
Just
okay.
to check.
Does anybody else want one to check? No, thank you. This is why I don't lose weight, innit? Oh, carve. And I don't know if anybody's asking, but you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 daisies.
Wow.
Wow. Do you know how much they are?
I can't remember. 20 daisies you get.
It's very good.
Oh, they taste so good. I'll just try a careful one.
Are they soft or are they hard?
No, soft, I like those candy sticks.
Yeah.
They're not like the pom-poms. They're
Ah,
oh.
no, I can't.
Why are you so good?
I'm not good. Because that's why I'm very bold. No, I'll get real tired if I have sugar. And I don't want to tire myself out too much. Okay, I think that's it then.
It's so cute.
Yeah?
Absolutely adorable.
Oh, you've got the box on after I didn't want to.
So I'm done.
Ribbon?
Gorgeous.
Ribbon, yeah. So
Behind you. Oh, they're lovely, them. I really like them. Should have got them back out. Oh, I think the pink looks nice, doesn't it? Mm. Yeah.
dark pink.
Goes with that daisy there, doesn't it?
Yeah. This is a CD.
Pardon?
CDs.
Right, I have a friend called Alison
Yeah.
who's addicted to ribbon. And she buys loads of it. And then she sits there rolling them all night. And she has several other hobbies that she collects. She's a bit like myself, we both have collections of stuff.
Yeah.
And then once she gets into collecting stuff, that's it. So if you go in her house, and I've taken people here, I've taken you home somewhere. Have you been, Laura? The last person I took was Amy Archibald, who was just like, wow. And then I've taken different people there. Zoe Fancy Cakes has been there.
Yeah.
Because if ever we run out of ribbon, I just go there. She's got every size.
Does she sell it or
every, no,
she just?
she gives me all that. And then I give her ice and sugar. We do a bit of trade swap.
It's a good
It
deal.
works out well.
Pardon?
Works out well.
Okay.
Right, I need a scissors. Ooh. I had scissors. Here it is. So I just use Pritt Stick when I put ribbon on my board. It is non-toxic. I know a lot of kids do eat it when they're young. And I know it's not going to be consumed, so it's totally fine. Some people like to use double-sided sticky tape.
Yeah.
Just whatever you prefer.
Well, it looks fantastic,
It
doesn't
really
it?
does. It's great.
Wonder how many people are going to give it a go.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's
yeah.
exciting to see.
Quite a few people said that they're going to give it a try, which is nice to hear.
How many people are going to buy sugar soft flowers? 'Cause you
Yeah.
should.
So handy to have in the cupboard though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, really.
I've got a cupboard full here.
You've got cupboards full of everything, Carol. Everything you could possibly want.
Okay, so that's it then.
Beautiful.
Is that it,
Well done.
Well done.
Wow. So, how fantastic is that? You get on your side. I'll get on mine. How fantastic is that? Should we show him?
Yeah,
you lift
that's
it. Now he's got his feet the right way round. How many Googled?
A lot, a lot.
That's amazing. And you know what? That is something you can make with the kids or the grandchildren and even yourself, just so easy. Absolutely lovely. How long have we been live, Laura?
Bang on an hour and a half.
Fine.
Bang on an hour and a half there. Cake
Fantastic.
start to finish, board, painted, everything done. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Have you enjoyed
Fantastic.
being here again?
I loved it. Yeah, always love it.
So we are going to have Emily back in the kitchen. She's going to do 2 classes for us. We're just going to decide whether it's going to be a June date or October date. The classes will be, she's going to do the plant pots that she did 10 days ago. We'll do that as 1-day class. And then we're going to do this class, the Hello Autumn. And if somebody really requests it, we can probably change it to like maybe Oh Baby and use different colours. But we'd have to be prepared and know well in advance.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure we can adapt it, keeping a few of the same things.
Yeah.
Or does that make it complicated?
I think it'll be okay because we just change the colours up. I can bring a few different prints. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
doable.
that'd be good, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
really nice.
So that was an excellent class as well. So we'll get those dates up as soon as Emily can sort those out. We've just got to sort out Amy's engagement hen party.
10
again.
party, yeah.
Yeah, and then tomorrow I'm really looking forward to have the Blackpool Sugarcraft Guild in the kitchen. They're all arriving at 7:30. So maybe John will be coming in taking pictures. The kitchen is going to be rammed. I believe there's 16 ladies coming doing cupcakes with me. I'm really looking forward to it. Carol Haycox will be in the kitchen with us as well. She's great fun. So she'll be on this side helping me out, let me tell you. So I'm really looking forward to that. On Monday we've got Maria Ditch in the kitchen. I can't remember what Maria is making, but she was here last time and she made that fabulous honey pot. So we're looking forward to having her in the kitchen. And I just want to say a big thank you to you on our wobbly table. Did we all move then? Did we move?
Yeah.
Did you see it go?
Yeah.
Our new wobbly table, special limited edition off Amazon. I have to tell you about this story. Maria made this table with Yin from the office and it wobbles for fun. So I've asked Amazon to take it back, but they want it all disabled,
Oh, no.
all put in a box, which we can't because it's all screwed and glued together with the glue that they sent. The delivery man won't collect it. Amazon won't give me a refund because they can't collect it. And I now have a wobbly table. How cool is that? So, but anyhow, you enjoying holding that cake?
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Nice workout
Yes.
for me.
Oh, we have to do the dance. Go
Oh,
on.
the dance.
Yes, YouTubers. So if you want to see any more videos that Emily has done here before, she's been in the kitchen several times. Whatever Emily and Michelle make, and I know we've said it's been a bit calmer without Michelle here, and we love Michelle. So Michelle, if you're watching, we do love having you here in the kitchen. If you ever want to watch any more videos, we've got them lined up. Maria's lined them up, and all you got to do is click here, YouTubers. Now Facebookers will be wondering what I'm
we're
on
doing.
about,
Yeah.
but YouTubers, just click here, and more videos of Emily will pop up. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.